Good evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Mirror Now. This is Urban Debate and I'm Hina Gambhir. He has been called Joker, the Serbinator and the GOAT. Known for his on-court brilliance and impersonations of Sharapova, Nadal, Federer, etc. He has been humorous and loves interacting with the crowd. He is also world #1 in men's tennis. He has taken home the Australian Open champion trophy 9 times. He is Novak Djokovic. But Australians, it seems, are reluctant to let him take the trophy out for the 10th time. In fact, he reached Australia on Wednesday for the Australian Open, set to begin from 17th of January. News is that he is facing deportation over COVID vaccination rules in Australia. Now, the Serbian star was denied entry and remains in the immigration detention. A court challenge is due on Monday, and a 10th win for him will make him the men's most successful player with 21 Grand Slams. It is a well-known fact that Novak Djokovic is opposed to vaccination, but he was granted a medical exemption to play the tournament in Australia. As per the Australian Border Force officials, he failed to provide appropriate evidence at Melbourne Airport and hence he was denied entry into Australia. Now this, viewers, has already become a diplomatic issue between Australia and Serbia. Fans and experts are saying that Novak Djokovic is a victim of harassment. His mother has said that he is being treated like a prisoner by Australian authorities. Listen in to what exactly she had to say.
That they are keeping him as a prisoner. It's just not fair, it's not human. So I just hope that he will be strong, as we are trying also to be very strong, to give him some energy to keep on going. I hope that he will win. Terrible accommodation. It's just some small immigration hotel, as we can, if it's hotel at all, with some bugs, it's so dirty and the food is so terrible. So what can I say? They don't want to give him any chance to move on to some better hotel or house that he already rented. But we hope we will manage somehow.
And as per reports, Djokovic's legal team sought an urgent injunction against the Australian Border Force's decision to revoke his visa. The country's federal court has adjourned the decision until Monday on whether he will be allowed to remain in Australia or be deported. Now, that decision will come on Monday. But on Urban Debate tonight, we want to ask, amid a global pandemic that we have right now, can the world really afford celebs endorsing vaccine hesitancy? Let's welcome our guest joining us on Urban Debate this evening. We are joined by Anil Dhupar, who is Secretary General, All India Tennis Association; Vedam Jaishankar, Senior Sports Journalist; Deepa Malik, President PCI, First Women Paralympic medalist and Padma Shri and Arjuna awardee; Dr. A.B. Subbiah, former hockey Olympian and Arjuna awardee, also with us on Urban Debate this evening. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us here on Mirror Now. Ms. Deepa Malik, I want to begin the discussion with you. You know, there are two aspects in this entire story. One, of course, has become now a diplomatic issue between Australia and Serbia. But on the other hand, if you look at the issue of vaccine hesitancy, which is also the moot point here, how will you like to react? Can world really afford celebs, sports people endorsing vaccine hesitancy?
I'm very proud of the fact that being a president of Paralympic Committee of India, me individually and all my Paralympians and all those who have represented the tricolour have all come forward and become ambassadors to encourage people, and especially people in disability, to come out and get vaccinated. I think it is not just about celebs or sportspersons being over any law. It is a question of self-discipline, and not just your own discipline, but also following the law of the land. Individually, every country has a right to have their own policies around the vaccination, and universally also, it is our responsibility that we do not become, spreaders or information of wrong. I fully support vaccination, and I really want all those who have many followers, whom people look up to bring forth, the right message into the society for the well-being of everybody, one and all. And individually, if somebody is not wanting to get vaccinated, then that person also has to be prepared to follow the rules and regulations of that particular society or that particular country or that particular. So individual choices can't be thrust upon other people, because when you are playing with other people. So you also have to take care of the health of the others. They may not want to play with somebody who is not vaccinated. So I think I am a huge supporter of vaccination. And we've had examples of Tokyo recently. What a wonderful event that could happen, because vaccination was a mandate rule. We all felt safe. I was there with the team. We brought home 19 medals. If our athletes had resisted not having vaccinations, I think we would have missed out on a lot of medals for our country.
Okay, interesting. Dr. Subbiah, where do you stand on this entire matter? Because as Ms. Deepa Malik is trying to suggest that even if it's about free will, individual's choice, and exercise of free will perhaps also comes with responsibility and some kind of reasonable restriction, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'll agree with Deepa, whatever she said. As a sportsman, we should be an example. Actually, he's the world #1 and he's a famous personality where he has a lot of following worldwide. His fans are huge. And this gives a bad example that he is not taking a vaccination and he want to participate in such a big Grand Slam. And surely, as Deepa said, his counterparts, his players, ball boys, officials, were all involved in his game along with him. They're all under risk. And otherwise, also has said, Australian government has a strict rules for this pandemic. If you see that, they're one of the Australia and New Zealand. They are very strict and they control the pandemic in the very starting stages itself, in the last year also. And if they had set up some rules, maybe anybody, any legends, everybody has to follow the rules of that country. I agree with Deepa, whatever she said.
Okay, Anil Dhupar, you're the Secretary General, All India Tennis Association. Your comments on how this entire story has unfolded, the kind of comments now we are getting from the family, from the fans of Novak Djokovic.
Well, there's another part which we have to look into it. There's no doubt about it that we all support vaccination and our players to get vaccinated and play tournaments across the world. But in this case, there's another angle. The angle is that he told the world that he is not going to be vaccinated. And he wanted to play the Australian Open. And he had applied for the medical exemption, which was granted by the Tennis Association, Australian Association, Tennis Association, which of course, I'm sure would have taken the prior approval of the government. Nobody can give a prior approval. With this approval only, he came to Australia and landed there and he's in this position. My humble submission here is, why allow him to get down from the flight? If the rule was not permitting, number one, why he was given a green chit? Why he was given a green chit when the world is getting vaccinated? A lot of Indian players who are double vaccinated are not allowed to enter many countries. They don't get visas. We have cases in the last 1 year. And the recent case of Australian Open also, the Indian boy, we have a junior boy who has qualified to play a qualifying round in the Australian. The visa was granted, but he was asked to do the vaccination. Now, Indian vaccination only started from the 3rd of this. How can a boy who is 17-year-old can play? So you cannot have two rules in the same tournament. And this is what the world is talking about. Now, why he was given a green signal and permitted to come to Australia? He should have been told, since you are not vaccinated, The only logic behind Djokovic is that I have been suffered with the COVID. I have remained out, and now I'm not going to have the vaccination. Then the Australian government, as well as the association, the ATP, should have said, the Grand Slam people, then we don't permit. They permitted him. He came, and this is how what is happening, that he has been deported, the case has been filed, and all those things, which is unnecessary, giving a different angle to the sports personalities. I think at the very beginning, either he's allowed or not allowed. It should have been the simplest thing. If he's allowed, he should be permitted with due respect to come into your country. If not, he should be allowed to leave the airport, from the airport itself. He came by his own private jet, so there was no problem. He should have, he won't be allowed to even land in the town, in the country. So I don't know why this controversy altogether. So there are two angles. One angle, I fully support that we should be vaccinated. We support vaccination, and we ensure that all, in fact, all international events and national events we do in India, which is around 800 in a year, that we get a chart. We ensure that every player is vaccinated, double vaccinated. So this is what is the whole position. Now, since
very interesting, Mr. Anil Dhupar, like you explained to us. Yes, very interesting that, if he was allowed to come for this tournament, to come for Australian Open, if he was given the exemption, then why was he then stopped at the airport? That's an important point, of course, that you're making. Vedam Jaishankar, where do you stand as far as this entire controversy is concerned?
See, I definitely support vaccination. But let's look at what is the issue. The issue is not vaccination. The issue is the government, the Australians want to know if he says that he has got COVID, okay? But he has not been hospitalized for COVID. They want proof that he had suffered from COVID. Now, what we know of this is he had conducted a tournament in Serbia last year in the middle of the pandemic, and nobody was vaccinated there. They all had a party. Many of them suffered from COVID, but he too suffered from COVID. But there is no proof that he had COVID. Now, what he's trying to say is that he's had COVID, so he doesn't need vaccination. But what they're trying to say is there's no documentation, whether he is being treated at home or not being treated at home. They're not sure of that. There is no documentation. That's the challenge. And that's what they're challenging, the lack of documentation. But having said that, I fully agree with the previous speaker. What is the point in humiliating a person? Why did you give him special exempt? Let's not forget the fact that there were two independent medical teams which cleared him. And these two independent medical teams were Australian. They were not Serbian. They were Australian. The Victoria government cleared him. So altogether, three of them have cleared him. It's only when the media and the citizens of Australia kicked up a ruckus about it, then they backpedaled. They backpedaled and said visa is not allowed. So let's look at it this way. He is the world #1. You don't want him, tell him you don't need him. Okay? Let him not come. I'm not talking about special exemption or whatever for him. No special treatment. But they gave him special exempt. They allowed special exempt. Why did they do that? They obviously wanted the Australian Open to get a lot of money, a lot of sponsors, a lot of eyeballs. That's what they did. And I won't be surprised if this controversy is also part of a plan to ensure that there's a lot of eyeballs for the tournament. It's not fair. When you got a top player in the world, you humiliate him like this, drag him. I mean, Australia is not next door. If you drag him across from Europe right into Australia, and then you tell him that he can't play. Like the previous speaker said, why did you allow him to get onto the flight? He shouldn't even have got onto the flight. Forget about being turned back. You shouldn't have allowed him to get into the flight. But you have done that. You have made all the special exempts. And now when it comes to things, you're just backpedaling. I think the Australian government is to blame. The two independent medical bodies are to be blamed. The Victorian government is to be blamed. And Djokovic has said right from the beginning that he doesn't want to be vaccinated. His wife is against vaccination. He is against vaccination. I'm vaccinated, okay? I play golf with a couple of doctors who told, I don't know anything about medicine. They said, go and get vaccinated. I've gone and got vaccinated. So I'm for vaccination. But let's also understand that if you have a guy who is anti-vaccine, and it's well documented that he's anti-vaccine, why did you call him in the first place? You called him thousands of miles to humiliate him. It's incredible. I think this is a marketing gimmick.
And, another point is very well known that, in the past as well, he has been quite vocal about this entire matter. He's also asked that everyone's personal choice must be respected too. We have Himanshu Chaturvedi, founder, Lok Diksha Sports Law Initiative, also now joining us on this debate on Mirror Now. Thank you very much, Mr. Chaturvedi, for joining us here on Urban Debate. Where do you stand on this entire matter? We've got very different, points here on the debate so far. What do you say? What will you like to say about this entire saga, the way it has unfolded? Clearly, fans and experts are calling it harassment by the Australian government.
I don't know if it's a total legal glitch or the Australian government is looking something against Novak. I was just going through the Australian immigration and visa forms, which, it says that before you board a flight, not in Australia, before you board a flight, you need to show your vaccination papers. Then how did Novak landed in Australia? I mean, which flight got him? So if an action has to be taken, the action should be taken against the flight who brought him and his team of people, those who are not vaccinated, those who have papers. What are we talking about? We are talking of world number one. We talk of, Mr. Duppad is also sitting here. We all know that there are prerequisites, there are pre-forms, pre-informations, everything is available. Now, you did not go through all that. It's so laughable. I mean, you're unnecessary making a noise on it. You have world number one. He's a legend at 34. What an outstanding performances. Please don't do this to a sportsman. And I say that Rafal is already, shown his protest. He's already on record saying that what is happening is not correct. This is not done to somebody who's a legend in tennis. And I would say that the players out there, anybody playing, must play with a black band on the hand on a protest for him. I mean, on Monday, I'm sure the good sense will prevail over the code, and they will throw this decision out of the window and have him play there. And I would see that Novak, under this protest, wins the tournament and comes out with flying colors.
So do you agree with me when I said during my introduction that probably it seems that Australians are reluctant, to let him take the trophy for the 10th time?
Well, I don't know whether it is a controversy or what is it. I mean, maybe it's a deep down controversy. Some journalist must start looking into this. I mean, maybe something is deeper than what we are talking here.
Okay. Ms. Deepa wanted to make a point. Yes.
We having a discussion about why was he given an entry and then why was he denied an entry. We've had cases during the pandemic where we have got confirmed entries for our athletes, especially the para powerlifters, and then that particular country and the local organization committee kind of did not allow when the date approached, because by then our country had moved into the red zone country and the number of cases had inflated. So the rules changed. Geographically also, they changed the rules. And because there was extreme surge of pandemic within the country, despite having entries, we were not allowed to send our athletes there. So I guess these are pandemic-related regulations where they are doing that. And even after landing, I've seen most of us after landing have also gone through the tests on the airport, etc. But yes, I guess as a sports person, I would definitely say that maybe we can look for better alternatives rather than creating controversies. That maybe a current test can be done, a regular testing can be done, some kind of quarantining can be done, because even the quarantine rules were different for different countries when we went to Tokyo. India was asked to quarantine for 7 days, and there were certain countries we were not even asked to quarantine. So I'm sure there is a middle path out there, and now that he's already there, maybe tests can be done, maybe some kind of a quarantine observation can be done, and then he should be allowed to play. But again, I would, as a responsible citizen, say that let us respect the law of the land.
Yes, that's very important. We all need
Can
to
I come in,
respect the
Hina?
law of the land. Mr. Himanshu Chaturvedi wants to make a point. But before that, one second, sir. But before that, I want to quickly go across to Mr. Anil Dupar as well, who is also raising his hand. While most of you here on the panel today are questioning the Australian authorities, the Australian government for what is happening with Novak Djokovic today, let me play devil's advocate here because in Australia, over 90% of the population, the targeted population there that the country was vaccinating, is fully vaccinated. Why should there be different rules for celebs or sports people? I mean, the people of Australia have faced lockdown. They've been forced to stay indoors. They have sacrificed a lot as well, just like you, me, and our viewers in the last 1.5, 2 years. So why should there be a special rule for someone?
You see,
That's what exactly I want to put it across.
the question today is exactly.
Okay.
He's not asking you. He's not saying I would come with vaccinated. The world knew, the whole Australia knew, the government knew, the Grand Slam people knew that if you want Djokovic, then you have to permit. And he was given a special exemption permission. It is not like Dr. Deepa is saying, yes, my players India did not participate in so many tournaments across the world during the last pandemic because they say you are not coming from the red zone. They used to write to us, we come from a dead zone. Fine, that's okay. That's a different thing. But if any country is inviting me and giving me an exemption, and then when my team reaches there and then say, my rule do not permit, so the rule should have been known to them earlier. Why ask a world number one?
But Mr. Himanshu Chaturvedi, then the question is why the same country then is not being allowed the entry? Then the question is, Mr. Himanshu Chaturvedi, that if the same country invited him, exemption was given, like Vedam mentioned, those were by 2 independent Australian medical teams that the exemption was given, then why was he not allowed?
That's right. That's right.
Did he not show? I mean,
three more cases. 3 more cases of the same medical conditions are allowed. He's been targeted. There are cases. 3 more players have been permitted. Why have you done that? And then prerequisite for any player to come and play in a country, you send in your entry well in time. This is not a joke. This is a Grand Slam. So when you ask for an entry, you require some paperwork to be done. And if you told him that you're not allowed, if you don't do these paperwork, he wouldn't come here to get humiliated. Now, you making story, you saying he's not captive, he can leave the country. What are we doing? I mean, Australia has a beautiful history of sports. You call him, and I must say that in the entire story, the only people to be blamed, I don't see them coming on board, is Tennis Australia. They should be fighting a case for him, not against him. They should be going to the government because they're the invitees. They have invited him. They should stand for him. They should go there and do whatever is required. As, Deepa just said, that, I mean, then if you have to be vaccinated, something has to be done. Do talk and solve it out. Don't make it a controversy. He is, for heaven's sake, number one, a legend. And so many people are behind him. All of us sitting here are debating. We are not against him. We are not against Australia. We are not against vaccination. But what we are against
here is against him. Of course, we are all his fans. Most of our viewers also are his fans. But the point that I wanted to make earlier, that I asked, take that across to Vedam as well as Dr. Subbiah. Vedam, to you first. Can rules really be different for sports people? Because, like I said, Australians have also suffered quite a lot. And Mr. Chaturvedi was telling us that 3 other players have been allowed. I'm just getting the information that Czech tennis player Renata has ended up in the same detention facility as Novak Djokovic in the run-up to the Australian Open. This news has come just now.
Yeah, let's get this very right, This is the beginning of the year, the beginning of the Grand Slam season. Had the world's 1,000 ranked player suffered the same consequences, nobody would have bothered about it.
Okay.
It's because it's Djokovic that everybody is bothered about it.
I agree
So
with you.
as a marketing gimmick, this is huge. I mean, today everything is theater. You just don't go and play. Nobody is bothered if you just go and play. You need to make it a theater. Everything is theater, and this
So
is
who's
part of the
behind this
theater.
marketing
And,
gimmick?
you know, we are being
Who is
hypocritical.
behind this
If we think-
marketing gimmick?
Grand
It is
slams
a
don't
marketing
need
gimmick.
marketing gimmicks. I don't
No,
think so.
sports needs marketing gimmick. Without marketing gimmick, sports can't survive. Look at what Subaya is sitting here. What's happened to our hockey? We were, okay, we are coming back. But unless you have a marketing gimmick, you cannot push up a kabaddi. You cannot have a pro kabaddi. You cannot have an IPL. Entire sports world runs on gimmicks. You need gimmicks. Without gimmicks, it's not possible. And this is part of the marketing gimmick. And you needed a Djokovic.
Dr. Subaya,
The
part of the
Australians
marketing gimmick. Do you
needed
agree?
to
Then
make
Deepa.
Example of a Djokovic.
No.
Today it's a talking point. It's a talking point, not just in India. It's a talking point worldwide.
Okay, Vedam, I got your point.
Yeah,
Okay, let's get a response from Dr. Subaya, then Ms. Deepa Malik.
Yeah, I agree with very little about there should be a gimmick, there should be a controversy, then only the game will popularize or everything. So people will start reading, they're talking about it and they'll be debating. Yeah, definitely it is a part of it. But here, I think really they could have avoided this controversy because we ourselves reading in the paper last 10 days that Djokovic is septic for a vaccination and he is not vaccinated. How he is going to play this tournament? When we as a layman outside here in other country, when we come to know that he's not vaccinated, he's participating, I think there is some kind of gap between the tennis Australia and maybe Australian government, or later they might have realized that the Australian citizens might protest regarding that he's not vaccinated because that country's strict rules for COVID. So all these things might have come later. That's why it is they were allowed to him to come to the country later when it was getting into the controversy. Now he's in the detention center. It's really failed to understand, as one thing is that it's a game which is suffered actually if he doesn't allow to play, and we all miss him. His game, his play, his participation in the Australian Open, that is really bad.
Okay, you seem to agree a little bit with Vedam, but Ms. Deepa Malik completely, I believe, disagrees with what Mr. Vedam Jaishankar
I
has
think
said.
that's what I'm saying. Grand Slam doesn't need any marketing or gimmicks around it. People are already waiting and dying to see these sports come back to life. And
How do you
pandemic
expand the market? How do you expand the market?
No,
you
no,
know,
no. I think
the
I would
30% people
agree.
watching, 30% will watch. But you need to expand the market. That's what
People
IPL
are
is about. That's what
starved,
politics is about.
sir. People are starved to watch these sports, and tennis has been the oldest, most popular one. I mean, Grand Slam. I think I knew every tennis player's name by heart growing up as a teenager. I mean, so I don't think it's a marketing gimmick, but I do agree with the point that the local organizing committee may have been more confident and overconfident, thinking that, world number one is arriving and he will get all but the educated citizens and the government has then later on woken up because, see, there's always a hindsight of being popular. Because you are so popular, you get noticed very easily. So even, for example, if I'm out there, I'm extra cautious about my behavior, and because people look at you, people recognize you. So similarly, a number one coming to a country got noticed, and people also knew that he has not got vaccinated, and I think it's just got caught, and then the government was under pressure, and there was a discrepancy or some communication gap between so let us not read too much more into it. But yes, things have gone wrong. There should have been a better communication between the organizing committee and giving the faith of exemption to the player, to the world number one. If they had a single rule, they should have maintained the rule, and there should be more clarity when you invite or send invitation to players to come and play. It is definitely disgraceful for a person to arrive in a country and then be sent back without letting him play. So it's individual choice on his part not to get vaccinated, but then rules should have been clearly defined way ahead of time rather than inviting him and disgracing him. Again, I say, if people will demand, the country
That's
will
a fair
demand.
point. That's a fair
Citizens of
point that
India
you're
will
making.
citizens of Australia will demand. I think the majority will always win. Otherwise, legal courts will take its own way. What the law has to give and what is the
Absolutely.
legal. Yeah.
Very good point.
See, it's the age of the outlier.
Himanshu
If you
Chaturvedi
don't
also
have
wanted to respond. Yes.
I have a very
Yes.
small point. Now, whatever happened.
One second, Vedam. Yes, yes. Sir, 1 second. Mr. Chaturvedi first. Yeah, 1 second, sir.
Okay. Okay. Himanshu.
There's one, Hina, I would like to draw one point. See, if you need a marketing gimmicks, please do not humiliate world number one in a legend. Do whatever marketing. If we go by one of our panelists, he says it's marketing, there's a humiliation to the player. Second, I agree with Ms. Deepa that, there are people who can be affected. I agree with her. But why did you give him an exemption? You shouldn't have given him an exemption and asked him to come. There are flights which do not allow you to board in. Then you come to the airport and you are out, you're now in a hotel. Now, why did you allow all this process? You should have just said to him that if you are not vaccinated, you cannot land in Australia, in the land of Victoria. Thank you very much. I mean, what takes it much more than this? But you did not do it. You got him inside. Right? And after he lands in, you are checking a paper. I mean, this is laughable. What are we doing? Are we doing a joke? If you and me go there as a tourist, is very, very different. But here is a legend coming to your country. There is a grand slam happening. There's huge tournament committees out there. I've been to MCG 2-3 times. I know the rules of Australia. I know the rules of tennis. I played tennis. Mr. Duppert knows me well. I mean, what are we talking in the smallest of a tournament? Mr. Duppert, I'm sure you know that so many tournaments you're already doing and foreign players are coming to India. We know what the rules are. The way a player has to be respected. Forget about world number one. Every player who comes to your country, who comes to play in your area has to be respected and given that respect. Now, that is what is missing. Now, what have you done to tennis is absolutely a black day in the history. You are humiliating a player after calling, inviting, asking him to land in your country. Do that, put a restriction for everybody. I agree that every citizen, everybody in the world should have the same
rules.
rule.
In fact, if the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, is saying that no one is above country's rules, that's a fair point again that you're making, Mr. Himanshu Chaturvedi. Because if the Australian Prime Minister has said that no one is above country's rules, why was he even given that kind of an exemption? Vedam, you wanted to respond, then I'll go across to Mr. Dubar.
See, let's get one thing clear.
Vedam,
nothing
quick response,
is
Mr.
not
Dubar
known. Everything is known. Everybody knows. Like Subhaya mentioned, they've been talking about this Djokovic's vaccination for the last 10 days. But actually, they've been talking for the last 1 year that he's not vaccinating himself. Everybody knows that. It's nothing strange. It's nothing novel. Now, what is the point now? They said there's no documentation of his having had COVID. They don't have documentation. So they don't know whether he went to a hospital or he's got some sort of immunity. They don't know that. But all that is aside. You need outlier events. And this is an outlier event. And you forget about the prejudices and the biases. But just look at Australian Open. I mean, it was played in a godforsaken place. Nobody bothered about Australian Open. It was not a Wimbledon. It was not a US Open. It was a Grand Slam, no doubt about it. But, I mean, even the players skipped the Australian Open. Even the top players till recently skipped the Australian Open. So it was not getting the eyeballs.
Do you still maintain that it's nothing but a marketing gimmick? Mr. Duper?
Yeah,
okay, you still maintain that this is a marketing gimmick. Mr. Duper wants to respond.
I'll come to
I accept your point.
I'll come to another
point. Let Mr. Duper now respond. Deepa, 1 second.
You see, he arrived. You put him into deportation. Give him a good hotel here. He is number one. He is what? He is Djokovic. You don't permit him to do it quarantine in a proper fashion. What we are all doing with him? Why we are humiliating him is not understood. Give him a bungalow. He has got his house. Tell him to quarantine there. Fix the guards. Do not allow him to come out. Give him some respect. Now you are putting into an area in a room which should not suit to a legend like Djokovic. He is what? He is a 9-time champion, Australian champion. What? He's a great personality.
But Mr. Dhuper,
all
you
feel
know,
proud.
the mood question still remains the same. The mood question still remains the same that I asked earlier. I completely agree with you. Trust me, like you, even I am a fan. But, Mr. Dhuper, 1 second. The mood question remains the same. Why should really the rules be different for different people? Of course, I understand that here in this case, maybe there was miscommunication or it's being done deliberately. We don't know.
Why did you give
We'll
him
get
the
to know
exemption?
in days to
Hina,
come.
why did you give him the exemption?
But I agree,
Why did you bring
sir.
him in?
I agree with you completely. But Mr. Dhuper, my point
Don't
is
give him
simple.
exemption,
Like
don't
the
bring
first
him in,
question that
don't
I
humiliate.
asked, that I agree, sir. You keep that point aside for a moment,
you
but
want
I
Amitabh
will come back to
Bachchan
the
to
same
come
point
back
here.
and
Amid a global pandemic, one second. One second. I got your point, Mr. Chaturvedi. Let me finish my question. I am with you on that completely. I am asking another question now. The question that I really want you to answer, Mr. Dhuper, that can sports personalities, can celebs really afford to endorse vaccine hesitancy at a time when Omicron has become a big threat, when we are in the middle of a global pandemic, when we thought that things are getting better, suddenly we had another variant coming in. So everyone's worried right now. Can we really afford it? Can the world afford this kind of an endorsement? Straight question. Mr. Dhuper first.
Yes. What is happening in US? If you go to the statistics, only 30% opted to have vaccinated. It all depends on the individual. I do not want to be vaccinated. Now what you will do? Don't allow me to enter anywhere. In America, in Europe, you don't permit the restaurant people don't allow you to enter unless until you show your vaccination. You see, the point today is whether there is a law, there is no law, there is a rule. So rule says, please get vaccinated. If you are not vaccinated, what to do? Either make a rule. Now, recently there is an order by one of the American courts, which is quoted. It is a quote from Florida. Please understand. They say, for private institutions, we do not have the rule. It is the private institutions like a club or an institution like an office or the restaurant who have to follow their own rules. Whether they want to vaccinated people into their office or restaurant or not. And this is all has been followed in America, the Florida rule. Now, what I want to wish to tell you, this is a wrong thing. The wrong thing has happened. Now, the wrong thing has happened. Now, what to do? Make him comfortable at least till his hearing has been done. This is my humble suggestion.
His issue is now separate. I'm asking. Okay, Mr. Himanshu Chaturvedi, same question to you now. Can we really afford this? Can the world afford endorsement of vaccine hesitancy? Keep the issue of Novak Djokovic aside for a moment.
I fully agree with you. Vaccination is must for betterment of humankind. You, me, everybody. I'm 100% with you. I support you 100% on it. We cannot afford. But if such is a situation, why are you organizing a tournament? Because we saw football happening, we saw other tournaments, we saw cricket happening. It happened in bubble. So do it in a bubble, have the players vaccinated, keep them quarantined in a very safe environment and do the tournament. Don't call the spectators. There are ways, the others have done it, you also do it. You don't want to do it, you playing a double standard. You are calling a man, I am 100% with you. I am vaccinated. I think I've got more than 100 people. I motivated them to get double vaccinated. I'm going to motivate more people to get the booster dose. I'm 100% a volunteer to get everybody vaccinated, not here, all over the world. But please understand, if the situation is not right, then please do not organize. Why did the Australian government allow to do this tournament? Stop it. Stop it. If you think the others will come into
We'll
your
have to see
country,
what the Australian government
and
really
I
has to
still
say
remember
about
when I
how
went to Australia,
it really.
I'll tell you. Just Hina, 1 second. I'll give you an instance. When I went to Australia,
Okay.
I had my tennis shoes. They were put into shred drawer because they were not clean. This I'm talking 10 years back when there was no pandemic. So when you are so particular, you put my sports shoes in a shred drawer and put them to pieces because they were dirty. Why are you doing a tournament allowing people to come into your country? Stop it. Don't do the tournament if you're so conscious about it. You're so
Got it.
conscious
Vedant
about your
Jaishankar,
people.
closing comments
Don't
on the
do
question
any
that I
organization
asked.
like this. You want money, you want the tournament to happen, and yet you do this to a man like this?
See, it's very simple. Why do you?
Vedant
What sort
Jaishankar,
of
closing
question
comments.
is Amitabh Bachchan asking that people can't ask in Kaun Banega Crorepati? Why do you need an Amitabh Bachchan there? You know, the world has changed. It's just that we need to respond to that. You need celebrities, you need the big names. And look at the sponsors for the Australian Open. They're already raking in huge money. The eyeballs have changed, everything has changed. It's suddenly magnified multiple number of times. Please understand that multiple number of times. I accept you should not have humiliated.
It's all being done for eyeballs. That's what you still believe? Okay.
No.
Deepa, my question was something else. My question was, can we really afford a situation like this wherein celebs, sports people are endorsing vaccine hesitancy?
No, we cannot afford this.
Vaccine hesitancy. The point is not
vaccine
that.
hesitancy cannot be
different.
afforded.
There is no documentation of him having had COVID. He says he's had
No,
COVID.
I
There is
got
no
your point. That's why I said
documentation.
keep his issue aside for a moment. Keep his issue aside for a moment, and that's why I asked you a different question. Yes, Deepa.
We definitely cannot afford vaccination hesitancy to be endorsed by people who are followed by millions and millions of people. We need to create a safer and healthy atmosphere. We need to follow. So out here, I think the issue is that it is not about whether they are stopping him to enter, to play. I think there has been one error where he has been given the exemption. Now, whose overconfidence was that? And whatever that mistake has happened, but that will not take away the fact that there are people who are at risk. There are people who are vaccinated, and if the law of the land says vaccination is compulsory, then obviously the majority is going to win. I again say that just because he's world number one or he is a celebrity sports person, for that one mistake of exemption being given, and now if the rule of the country says that it is mandate and people of Australia, they demand that a person with proper vaccination and a common rule to be implemented on every person entering Australia, I think then that has to be considered. And let us wait for the legal this thing to come.
Okay.
I think we are nobody to pass a judgment. I can only give my expression that the rules should remain the same for everyone, and vaccination will make everybody feel much safer around him.
Okay, Dr. Subhaya, I give you the last word.
Yeah, actually, nobody is above the game. Nobody is above the country. And this pandemic is such that everybody should get vaccinated. Because you can see that such a lovely atmosphere in the Tokyo Olympics. All athletes, all the people who are there and the staff, everybody vaccinated. So that's why we were succeeded in conducting that. Japan is succeeded in conducting that Tokyo. That time the pandemic was in peak also, if you see. But here he's a legend. I think he could have been skipping this tournament if he wanted, if he is not vaccinated. I think you should follow the rules, what is there in the Australia, it's prevailing. You should follow that.
Okay, Mr. Himanshu Chaturvedi, since you're raising your hand, otherwise I'm completely out of time. 10 seconds only, please.
All right. So I'm saying nobody is about the game. Nobody is about the land of the law. But certainly, I do have to respect the man and his own ideas, his own decision, and I'm sure he has this much for himself that he should not have been humiliated by calling and asking him to land your country and then doing this. I'm sure that was not done. Everything else is, I am with you, I am with Dr. But please do not humiliate somebody calling him. Put restrictions, don't allow him to come. Perfectly all right. I am with you, but humiliation of a
All
tennis
right.
number one, a legend, is not taken by any chance.
All right. So maybe this could have been handled better by the Australian authorities. I think that's something that we all agree on. I appreciate all of you for joining us here on Urban Debate this evening. The hearing is happening on Monday. We'll, of course, keep you posted on that as well. Heading into a very, very short break. There's lots lined up for you on the other side as well. Stay with us.